Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome to the semi-finals and finals today of the Athena Championship, our Heroes Lounge all-ladies tournament. My name is Tofu, and today I am not here with Joy. I am not here with Trans, but it's actually with Misty. Say hello.
Hello.
Anything you'd like to share about yourself? You were part of the Athena, right? As well, you were competing earlier.
Yeah, so I was in Team Fully yesterday. I'm an offlaner main. Yeah, this is my first time co-casting, so I'm very excited.
I'm sure everyone in the chat will be very supportive of a debut co-caster. The Heroes Lounge community is very well known for being lovely, generous, and supportive. But we are going to be casting semi-finals today, ladies and gents. We are going to be casting Hell and Gna on the main channel. Another other semi-final will be casting on Phil's channel, I believe. I'm sure one of our professional mods or Transparent will link something in the chat if you want to have two monitors running at the same time to see both games, because whoever wins the semi-finals will end up going through to the finals, a best of 5 series that we will be casting later this evening. All right, we are just going to wait for the teams to do all their map bans. Have we seen any map bans yet, Misty?
Yeah, so team, how do we pronounce it? Is it Gna or Na?
Gna.
Gna. They've banned Cursed, and then Hell have banned Alterac, then it's Dragonshire and Garden. So we're waiting for the map pick now.
Perfect. We will get a map pick anytime soon. So it means Hell have first pick. Something that has been provided us through statistics is that Johanna has a 100% participation in this series. It means not necessarily that she was picked, but at least she was banned and picked 100% of the time in all the games. That is how popular that lady is, and that is why it's really important to have that first pick. Any other popular picks that you've been seeing in your own tournament?
I've been seeing that Stukov is almost inevitably banned or picked. Rhaegar, even despite his nerfs, is quite commonly chosen or banned. And then people don't seem to like Dahaka at the moment.
No one likes Dahaka, indeed. Do we have small issues that I need to worry about? Are we frozen? Okay. Oh, it's just everything's all right. Everything's working. No worries. I was a bit worried because someone was giving some chat there that I thought we were frozen and unable to move. But we have the map picked. We are going to be taken to BOE. Small late start, of course, but that is going to be a really fun and exciting first map. What kind of picks are you expecting to see on BOE?
So the traditional's Valor, right? But I've also been seeing Lunara quite a bit. People like Diablo, don't they, on this map?
Mm-hmm.
How about you?
I do love Dibbles. I do agree. We got to cast BOE yesterday and we got to see Dibbles on that map exactly. Garrosh, Alarak, weird things like that. I just am in the match lounge and hell nah has been posted when you put Hell and Gna together. Speaking of reminders about the facts of the team, Hell was a goddess that presides over the underworld realm of the same name, where she receives a portion of the dead. Another note is that she is actually the daughter of Loki. And
nice.
Yeah, at least we know Loki, right? Gna is usually depicted with her horse, Hoverpner. I butchered the name and I apologize. She's an errand goddess who rides swiftly on her horse that can fly but also walk on water. And she's, I don't know, whatever this means, but she is given the title the goddess of fullness. I'm guessing plentifulness is the idea they were going for. But what's really interesting about Norse mythology is there's not as much research or as much information, concrete information, like in Greek mythology. So a lot of things are left to interpretation. So interpret at your will.
Oh, well, that's awesome. Nice to know. What made us go for Norse goddesses this time?
I think it was just for a bit of change of scenery, which was really nice. Hopefully we'll continue this trend and go through around the world for some old references. So I'm trying to think. Aztec? What else? Egyptian? Oh, Egyptian ones would be really cool. I can't wait for that. That would be really cool.
What have we had in the past? This is my first Athena.
Okay. So the first Athena, the first set of teams were all named after Greek goddesses, and the second one as well, because the second one was so close in the series. In fact, in the whole team, all the teams are named after Norse goddesses. One team remains with a Greek name, Team Iris, and that's because they have been together from season 1 of the Athena Championship and have remained together. So Transparent decided to stick with it and continue with their name.
That's really lovely.
It is. I agree. Definitely loads of teams have come back. Obviously, most of the girls have been enjoying the Athena Championship and stuck through. But we got to see a lot of new faces and new names, and it's really lovely to see so many new people like yourself, Misty, for the first time competing in the Athena Championship.
Yeah, it's been really, really nice because I very rarely come across girls in HOTS. And even when I do, I think there's a little bit of reluctance to make it obvious because there is still, all the stuff.
Yeah, I completely understand. But it's always nice to find another fellow woman in Heroes of the Storm, or any game really. It is really nice and touching, and almost immediately you make friends. I don't know, it is really easy. It is really nice in that way. We're almost having the lobby set up, of course, slightly delayed. I mean, would it be a Heroes Lounge organized match if we weren't just a little bit delayed?
Fashionably late, it's all right.
There we go. We are in the lobbies soon, ready to go any minute. We will have a bets up later as soon as we start the draft, so you can bet Team Red or Team Blue, depending on which side the respective teams are on. Reminder that Team Hell is on the left and Team Gna on the right if you are going to do any bets for these teams. Loads of people in chat. Oh, sorry, go on.
Transparence just said, Misty casually saying all the mean men without saying it. But one of my teammates was telling me when she first played in Heroes Lounge, her team told her that, oh, you're a girl, so you have to play support. Girls only play support.
That's very unfortunate to hear, as we've discovered that there are plenty of non-support players in the Athena Championship. We did cast one of these teams on this map yesterday, and I'm excited and looking forward to see Aries Diablo again, because she did say she was going to wallbang just for me, and nice. I love to see that support, definitely. Lots of names, familiar names in these drafts against each other. We got to cast these two teams, and it's really nice to see them battling it out in the semi-finals. Best of 3 as we're ready to rumble. All right, what are we going to see, banned or picked, Misty?
Well, so I think Joanna, definitely. As you said, probably Garrosh. I expect Stukov as well.
Yeah. Stukov, definitely. Though I don't know if Rhaegar or Stukov are particularly considered so strong in Battlefield, but like you mentioned, they are a little bit OP these days. I agree. I see the Crummy ban instead, though.
That's interesting. What are you expecting?
Yeah, definitely Johanna ban. Unfortunately, the red team do not have first pick, so they probably won't let her through. As we see the Crusader being banned out here. Blue team are going to ban another hero, maybe Vala, maybe Rhaegar, maybe Stukov. Lots of stuff to be banned out, and might see some healer chokes coming out.
Artanis.
Yes. Yesterday, Team Gna actually had Artanis perma banned against them. I remember this. So Artanis might not be that popular, and I wouldn't say he's particularly OP, but there is a very strong and powerful player on the side of Team Gna, so that's a respect ban.
Ah. And then a Vala ban, which isn't too unexpected.
Her Q build is very good for race on this map. We got to see an amazing Vala on the Heroes Lounge channel with Fluttershy playing frontline tanking Vala that we all are terrified to see. Right, blue team have first pick. What are your bets?
Oh, I don't know.
Ugh.
Oh, Li Ming.
In the new skin too. I love
She
that
looks
skin.
pretty good.
I agree. That's a really nice color scheme as well. Tassie Tigers locking in that Li Ming. She's very well known for her Mephisto, has had her Mephisto respect band quite often. But unfortunately, Battlefield of Eternity doesn't cater or do well for the Mephisto pick, so she is opting for that Li Ming. Really good poke.
Victory for the Forsaken.
So we've got the classic counter for Ming with the new Brack. I'm guessing they're going to go Beetle build. And then Sylvanas is always a strong pick.
Yeah, I'm surprised to see Beetle build being picked up so often. I really thought Shield build or Burrow build, I don't know what they're usually called, but that's what I refer to them. They're usually the two builds that I opt for. But yeah, Beetle build has been quite popular in my casts, as we see Dibbles being knocked in and Anduini.
Yeah, I think the Beetles, they especially against Ming, it stops her orbs and everything, doesn't it? 'Cause it can be pretty annoying.
Yeah, absolutely. Still no Rhaegar, people are saying in the chat. No Rhaegar and no Stukov bans coming out yet. We'll see what they'll do. But Zakuda has locked in the Anduin, and she did play a phenomenal Anduin last night, as we see the Lunara being banned out.
Yeah, I quite liked Lunara on Battlefield. So,
Yeah, I do like Lunara as well. She has a very good poke and scales very well, gets a huge power spike at level 16, and she can really dominate that fake damage that we like to call her poison damage. Starts to tick on and accumulate over time, as we see the last ban coming through, Leoric.
is there somebody that plays Leoric well on
I
the
think
opponent
Leoric
team?
is just very, very strong. You're solo laner yourself, don't you feel Leo's very strong?
Yeah, I know he's been quite popular in the meta. I've never warmed to him myself. I played him a while, and I was just like, oh, he's not my vibe.
Who's
But
your
yeah.
favorite solo laner then?
So I'm Malthael main.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got big softs for the Reaper. But I also play Sonya, and I've been trying to get into Yrel.
Nice, the space goat.
Yeah, she's very good, but
Hard.
yeah, a bit tricky in team fights.
I completely agree, as the chat predicted that they would see the Hanzo. We see Hanzo coming through here, and Thrall for the offlane. A bit of a squishy boy for the solo lane.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah, Bubblegum played a fantastic Deathwing last night on this map with double Lightning Breath paired up with Diablo. I thought it was absolutely phenomenal. So much fun to see that. But yeah, basically, this is the exact same draft I believe they had last time. The only difference is I think Paige Biscuit wasn't Sylvanas last time, or Vala, but basically got banned out and she can't have it. But we see a Tyrande pick, very nice support to be able to follow up on the Anubarak stun, but also her trait is really good for the race.
Okay. Deathwing will be really useful for zoning out the opponents though, and they'll have a good amount of burst with Greymane and Li Ming if they can pick off targets.
Absolutely, they will be able to. And I'm excited to see what build the Hanzo will go. Yesterday, again, I mentioned Fluttershy. She really left a dent in my heart, being her Vala and Hanzo the other day. And she did play a fantastic auto-attack Hanzo build, which just dominated. And the amount of damage she dished out. But I am interested to see if we're going to commit to scatter build for the race here, or Q build for the damage, or again, auto-attack to pressure that Dibbles a little bit. What about the matchup, Deathwing into Thrall? What do you think about that?
I'm not sure. I mean, Thrall's single target damage is decent, isn't it? But and Would you say Deathwing's wave clear is a bit better? But it is a 2-lane map, so it doesn't matter that much.
Exactly. Wave clear isn't too important as we are taken to the first map, BOE, Battlefield of Eternity, in this best of 3 series. I will introduce the blue team first. Team Hell. We have Tazzy Tigress playing Li Ming, Paige Biscuit playing Greymane, Eri on Dibbles, Zakuda on Anduini, and Bubblegum on Deathwing, which is very contradictory names. Bubblegum playing Deathwing. And I will give you the honors of introducing the red team listing.
So on the red team, we have Grad playing Anubrak, Acria playing Tyrande, Sarika, was that Sarika?
Sarika, yeah.
Yeah, on Sylvanas. I can't tell if they're L's or I's. And then Pertha on Thrall and Saturna on Hanzo.
Let's go. Exciting first game. And Hanzo's going Q build, ladies and gents. We were thinking about what we will get to see. And instead of auto attack, instead of scatter, we're going to see that Q. Li Ming going for that shield force armor to protect herself a little bit from the spells. Oh. Nice and stoppable by Grad there to stop the Diablo charge from wall banging her there.
Meanwhile, in top lane, Thrall is going after Deathwing a little bit, but Deathwing's generally just skirting about, going for the minions.
Yeah, Echo going for that Echo of the Elements quest, so needs to stack it on those minions ASAP. Oh, another wallbang by Eri. Oh, fantastic kill secured there. Dibbles did fall extremely low, but a full-blown combo from Li Ming and an execution from Paige Biscuit secures the kill on Anubrak. Grad needs to be careful, even if she is a tank. That combo was very terrifying.
That's pretty quick. And they've gone on to the siege camp bot.
They sure have. We do see Tron going for owl build, by the way. So I do think she's going to commit to it, as we see Saturna in the top side, anchoring for a second, seeing if they can gank the Deathwing a little bit and get a Q stack. All right, Greymane is rotating to this top side. We might see an honorable 2v2 coming here. Eri is rotating here as well, so this might be a small battle.
Oh, and we've got Greymane going for the camp.
Eri isn't too far away, and they don't know that. So, oh, there she goes. Really nice route by Thrall. Good job stopping that Diablo charge. Yeah, that was very well done.
And both teams are going for their bruiser now.
A little early, but again, you can just cap it a little later. Again, it depends. Li Ming probably doesn't have the best camp take, for example. Anubrak does grab the XP on bot side. Deathwing still on the top, grabbing that XP. Deathwing is going to commit actually for full Q build, despite the fact that he is in the off lane. We got to see that yesterday, and it worked absolute wonders.
Yeah, I think stack builds can work in the solo lane as long as you get your 1v1 if you make the most of it.
Absolutely. We see the teams setting up to race. The blue team already getting a pretty much half HP. Eri standing bravely protecting the Immortal by herself, but she does get away. Committing to the full W build, again, I suspect, which means she'll be very tough to kill and has a lot of survivability. Alright, both teams are racing. Yeah. Both
Probably
teams
would have gone for defense for the red team.
That's okay, it's the first Immortal. All is good. You know, they can defend it pretty easily, especially since they have such great range with Sylvanas and Hanzo.
True. First Immortal won't be too strong anyway.
Ooh. Really nice combo there by Eri and Zakuda, trying to follow up as quickly as possible, but it was really well dodged there. But the blue Immortal is going to be pushing in here, and I think the blue team is just looking to get a front wall and maybe a little bit more. Oh, nice route. Diablo trying to get the wall down to see if he can dive or do something scary here. It is very scary to see a Diablo stepping up in your face like that, even if you have a force to protect. Oh. Tara is going down.
Yeah.
Diablo's looking, gets a flip on a Nubrak, Q's over. The root actually going through. Really nice fast follow-up there by Zakuda. I like it. Throwing out that root preemptively before the Q even went through.
Top lane's still looking pretty even.
We don't, when we cast these kind of series, we don't usually look at top lane. It's very sad state of affairs, but the solo lane is just oh, but it might not be a solo lane anymore as we see the blue team rotating topside. Oh. Nice Q. Nice flip over there by Aerie. But she is tanking a lot of the towers and can't stay there for too long. Really well done. But the Thrall was staying very safe. Kind of smelled it out that Deathwing might not be alone. See a battle of siege going on from both teams. Sylvanas' trait is going to be very good here. But it seems slightly favored to the blue team as they're already going on to the fort.
Yeah.
Right, the blue team has won this race as they secure the top fort. The red team almost taken the bot one, but a little few seconds later. Level 10 coming in really close for the blue team. A whole level lead in XP, actually. I didn't realize just how much of XP lead the blue team did have.
Both teams are racing.
Right. Our races are complete. The first half, pretty even, yeah.
Mm.
And yeah, you were right, by the way. Anubrak did go for Beetle build. As we spoke about earlier, so that Li Ming would that the Beatles would tank a lot of Li Ming's spells.
He seems to not really care though.
Oh. Diablo does complete the Soul's Lightning Breath coming out from it. Oh, fantastic interrupt there on the Hanzo jump, but she gets through anyway. Deathwing goes in, flaming fire. That wasn't Deathwing's flame. Nice kill secure on the Hanzo there. Well done.
I thought he was just gonna get out, but she caught him.
Yeah. At first I thought it was Deathwing's fire there, but it was actually Diablo's Lightning Breath. As we see an engage here on Sylvanas, she does Banshee Wave away to safety. Aerie playing very aggressive than the Diablo, and the rest of the team following boldly. Oh. Tarant is going to use her ultimate here a little bit for wave clear, and the Immortal is already pretty low now. They will be able to defend this and maybe look for a fight with level 10s.
Yeah, Thrall has come down to join so that it's a 5v5. Looks like... Oh, they're backing off.
Huge 3-man arrow, but oh, the preemptive light bomb. They were thinking they were going to engage there, but really nice bait of ultimates from both sides of the team. Oh, but they still might be looking.
Yeah, the red team looked like they were wanting to invade, but no.
Yeah, it's very hard to step in through Deathwing and Diablo. Those fiery giants are definitely something to be feared and revered. They are going to catch the wave. Blue team slightly ahead on level 13. Any level 13 talents you're excited to see? A big power spike for anyone?
I'm not sure. Is there anything in particular you're expecting?
Oh, I mean, Diablo is definitely going to commit to the W build. Deathwing is definitely going to commit to the Q Fire Breath build. I am interested to see Greymane, as Greymane has opted for Go for the Throat. So I do expect the movement speed talent to level 13 to come out. But yeah, I guess that they're my only heroes of expertise. As we see Calamity also being locked in here by Lei Ming, which means she's going to want to boldly follow up on Diablo's spells.
Yeah, Greymane has gone for On the Prowl, which, as you said, increases his movement speed. And
I feel like
Diablo's
that
gonna
is...
have that.
No, yeah, that movement speed that you're saying, I feel like that's Greymane's biggest power spike. He feels so much like a hero once he gets that movement speed. That spray, though. Who's the goat? I hear a goat bang! Both teams are going to race on, which is a really good trade for the red team since they are a level down and also a talent tier down. Oh. Nice route there by Thrall to stop Diablo from charging in, interrupting the Q mid-charge. Alright, Ron using her ultimate. Oh, Anduin light bomb preemptively put in there on Aerie, but all the red team ran away from the Diablo. Too scared. Really nice zoning there by Bubblegum on the Deathwing to stop the red team from just walking through.
Yeah. The first half had been pretty even, but with the red team backing off, there wasn't much defense.
Absolutely. Oh, Aerie is so aggressive. The red team is so scared of this Diablo. Like, they're just, we're going to stay mounted and run away very, very quickly. Very bravely. Everyone mount up and run. All right, do you think they'll be able to take the keep, Misty?
I think they might get some damage on it. They're playing pretty aggressively. So I think the fight's going to come on to under the keep. Maybe
I
red
absolutely
team.
agree. Oh.
I mean, there's still some shield on the Immortal.
Oh.
Oh.
Fantastic arrow, fantastic Anubrak stun. Anduin in the life on Greymane does fall. Diablo loses his soul and Hanzo falls on the side of the red team. The rest of the red team is actually trying to get the race. Pyra is going to pop, unfortunately, as she tried to chase a kill, but the rest of the team wants to get this Immortal down to desperately protect the keep, but Bubblegum secures it with her fiery lightning breath. It's not lightning breath. What is it called again?
You're asking the wrong
Molten
person.
flame. Molten
Yeah.
flame. There we go. Yeah, the Hanzo Aras have been really good, despite even like the couple that, let's say, they didn't engage heavily on. They still hit. These arrows have been hitting.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Soul Shield coming out here on the Thrall, and Deathwing still committing to that full Q build that we got to see yesterday in action. Love the diverse Sylvanas build. I don't usually see this build come out, and I'm interested to see how she's going to get value out of the 2 Ws and the auto attack at level 13. Oh, Diablo's looking. The big sniffing Diablo with the big nose.
Ready
Sniffing
for
it
a
out.
wall slam.
Yeah, she watched the cast back yesterday, and she loved the fact that I kept calling her a no-sniffing Diablo as she charges
Oh,
in,
there we go.
finds the Hanzo, finds the engage. Really fantastic stun. Lightning Breath coming out to take Anduin out of the cocoon, and Greymane gets a nice execute onto the Anubrak. Oof, very well done. Good dog. All right, the blue. What do you think the red team need to do now to be able to get back into the game as they have one keep down?
I mean, I can see that they're clearing, but this objective is going to be quite important because we're mid game now, so the Immortal's pretty strong.
Yep, absolutely. The Immortal is very strong now already post 16, and the blue team is going to be able to secure it. Red team just desperately trying to get that level 16 and maybe look for an engage. If they grab this top wave, I think they will have the 16 and they will have a chance to fight.
Yeah, they'll need to start with defending though after halfway. But the blue team are already starting. They're probably going to get it down. No, I think they're giving. Red team seems to be giving.
And give indeed they do. Level 16 just now coming in for Team Gna. We do see Mirror Ball coming out from Li Ming, Eager Wolf, full committed W, and double pull coming out here from Anduin, as the usual standard pick.
Mm.
I will cleanse this land from your corruption, Hellspawn.
Okay, maybe they can try and fight behind it, but I guess they're just going to try and defend this Immortal. This is going to be very tough for Team Gna, but miracles can happen as Tazzy Tigress takes her, like, that owl took half her HP.
Yeah, only trouble is the Immortal has full shield.
Yep.
And that's the keep gone.
That is the keep gone, and that Immortal is going straight on course, so the red team needs to do something big and something huge. As we see an arrow hitting the Grey Mane, fantastic CC chain. Diablo does get Cocoon Silence. Sylvanas following up as Paige secures a kill on the Nubrak, and Sylvanas falls as well. Lots of fire being breathed out left and right onto the core as it falls to 50%. Oh!
Blue team are getting low, but the Immortal's still got full health, and I think that's it.
That is it. GG. All right, first game going over to Team Hell. They played that really, really well. They performed a combo, a CC chain, and a strat that they've been doing, that we got to see here on the Heroes Lounge channel. They've been practicing this and they pulled it off very well with Bubblegum on the blue team, the solo laner actually having the top damage, and Tyrande having the actual total top damage in the game with 30. Tyrande was the top damage, not just on the red team. She was the top damage of the whole series, like the whole game. That's incredible. That Tyrande pick. Akira absolutely smurfing it with them owls and clutch heals, but it just wasn't enough. Diablo and Deathwings, big lightning breaths and molten flames were just too much to deal with.
Yeah. I think Eri showed us why a good tank is so important in a team.
Yeah, absolutely. The Diablo was very devastating, but like Anubarak, again, a very good tank pick. But one of the vulnerabilities of Anub is always that despite the fact that he has a fantastic CC chain, he is squishy AF. So he can be blown up very, very quickly. But we are going to go into game number 2. This is a best of 3 series, so reverse sweep is still possible for Team Gna. They have opted for first pick, which means that Team Hell are actually going to take us to Tomb of the Spider Queen.
I think this is always this map is always fun. I hate it, but it always has interesting outcomes.
It is a wave clear, rotating, heavy map. But something like Johanna that is so heavily popular in the meta at the moment, we will see very top prioritization on her, either first ban or first pick. But yeah.
Double bruiser comps are quite common on this map, as you said, because of the wave clear necessity. Sylvanas might be another pick, quite good on this map, I think. I generally really like her. Both my teams have on Athena and also Heroes League. We have Sylv players, and she's just great. I love her shutdown. We often like doing a cheeky run down to bot whilst the other team are expecting you mid.
Absolutely, the cheeky cheese on Sylvanas. Sylvanas is very strong. I feel very strong because when you pick her, you can definitely flex her in the sense that you can pick her in the off lane. You can pick her as the auto attacker or as the mage. Usually, we'll say a normal composition has 2 DPS picks. One is an auto attacker, one is a mage. Obviously, anything goes. But yeah, when you pick Sylvanas, she can be very, very flexible in her damage ability. So I completely agree with that. What off lanes would you like to see on Tomb of the Spider Queen?
What did they play? I mean, it's something with good wave clear, so I probably wouldn't want to see Thrall again. I'm not familiar with these players though. What they like to play. Let's have a look.
Well, I do know that Bubblegum absolutely loves Deathwing, and she has been doing very well on him. She also plays a fantastic Sonya. So I do expect a Sonya pick possibly here if Deathwing does get a respect ban. Do you think any respect bans are going to come out for either of the two teams after the first game?
I think Deathwing can and should be banned, to be honest. Great wave clear and also really good for zoning. So maybe that. And maybe Diablo. Who knows? There's lots of walls on this map to slam into.
That is a very valid statement. There are plenty of walls to slap around through on this map. As we just get into the lobby of the second game of the series, Tomb of the Spider Queen, Team Hell versus Team Gna. Team Hell took a victory on the first map of Battlefield of Eternity, and we're really excited to see what the teams are going to be able to pull off on this map, Tomb. We do tend to see a bit of wave clear, and something your main hero does really well, Marcel, is double soak and clear waves very well.
Yeah. There's a couple of approaches that I think teams take. One is either going for very wave clear heavy comps, or I think sometimes what other teams do is take teams to annoy the opponents, like mess up their rotates, stop them from turning. So unusual, but I think people like Valera, what's his name? The other one, Zeratul, Genji. Though their wave clear is not great, but they can be really, really irritating on this map.
Absolutely, I agree with you. Melee Assassins, a very, very fun. One of those, actually, that cater for the wave clear are things like Maiev. She does very well on these kind of maps, but again, very difficult to draft and pull off well. We are going to go into this game any second now. We just have one human body missing, and that's not in the lobby at the moment. And we will start very, very shortly. I think I have been updated in the chat earlier that Snotra versus Freya are playing in the other semi-finals, I believe. If I obviously open to correctness there. And Snotra actually took the first win, just to keep everyone updated if they're watching the main Heroes Lounge channel instead. Oh. Chance is just whispering in my ear at the moment, but that he did want me to say and pass on to everyone here that the actual winners of the Athena Championship actually get prizes, which is really nice, and they get Athena Championship stickers. Excuse me, I won my Heroes Lounge division. I still don't have my medals, Hetman. Where are they? I've been waiting so long. I have played Heroes Lounge for 10 seasons. I worked so hard to finally win. I want my medals right now. Is this your first time actually in Heroes Lounge as well, Misty?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Oh.
It's my first kind of anything competitive in HOTS.
Nice.
I've only
what
been
team
playing...
are you on?
I'm on team Hit the Core, HTC. We're in Div 6.
Nice.
We're basically a bunch of friends that we play regularly, and we heard about Heroes League and we're like, all right, why don't we play? It's been really fun.
Yeah, are you enjoying the first season so far?
Yeah, for sure. It's been really, really good, and the teams are really nice. It's often a lot of banter when we're playing, which is what you want.
Absolutely correct. I'm really glad to hear that you are enjoying Heroes Lounge, and then if anyone wants to join a Heroes Lounge team, do join our Discord, as we are going into Tomb of the Spider Queen for our second map. Team Gna did unfortunately lose the first series, but it means that they had prioritization of first pick or map pick, and they really wanted that first pick right now. This means they might be able to leave things like Johanna, Rhaegar, Stukov open. That being said, Rhaegar and Stukov were left open last time, and there was no bans or prioritization on those heroes at all.
That's true. Who are you expecting as a first pick?
Joe, I mean, if she gets through, hands down, she is just so ridiculously strong. But we see a Vala ban coming out here right now. Well, no, John. I mean, it's pretty standard. I don't think I've seen Johanna in this whole series. She's been permabanned.
Yeah, she has. Nobody lets her through.
There's a definite reason why, and if anyone wants to know, check out Hero's profile and check out her win rate right now in Heroes of the Storm. Oh, yeah. What are the next few bans that you're going to expect?
I think Deathwing maybe.
Mm.
Oh no, Stukov.
So they're not giving the respect ban Deathwing. That being said, you could pick up the Leoa against the Deathwing if they are planning on picking it. So they could be prepared to counter the draft. And Leo is very good into Diablo as well. So we'll see what they offer as they ban Chromie.
Yeah, second time they've banned Chromie.
I lost my bottle. Oh, there's my bottle of water. I definitely need to drink a lot of liquids today for reasons unknown. We do have Akira locking in that Anduin, taking it away from Zakuta. She played a very, very good Anduin in the last game. So sniping it away is in a way, a respect ban.
Absolutely. Often teams like to have second pick actually because you can lock in 2 heroes straight away.
Yeah. That's one of the strats, right? Especially when Rhaegar, Stukov, and Johanna, and there was another tank, I don't remember now, was OP. One of the strats was you don't ban any of the OP stuff. So the first team has only one prio pick, and then you actually end up getting 2 really strong picks. And the 2 strong picks we get to see are Rhaegar, that we've been mentioning. The puppy does get locked in, and Sylvanas. You did mention Sylvanas and Tomb of the Spider Queen being very, very strong.
Rhaegar is still, he's not as strong as he was before the nerfs, but he still has quite a bit of slows, and his ancestral can be extremely annoying.
Finally, Team Gna gets their Artanis that I've been seeing perma-banned the whole series. I'm so delighted to see Fire play it. I cannot wait to see what kind of shenanigans and swaps she's going to pull off. There's going to be so much hype in the chat for it. But Falstad being locked in on Tomb of the Spider Queen, very odd indeed, since it's not that big of a global map.
It'll be interesting to see what they do.
Garrosh. Yeah, Garrosh is a good ban. I do appreciate and like it, especially if they know that Grad plays a fantastic Garrosh. There's actually another player on their team. I forget the name, but I remember looking at profiles, spying a little bit on people, and they have another Garrosh player. One more ban coming out here any second. I'm guessing maybe a target Diablo or Deathwing ban.
Yeah. Eri was very scary last game.
She was indeed. I'm very, very proud to say that I'm very scared of Ares Diablo. That means she's just going to have to lock in something else. Maybe a Stitch's Hook will be fun to see here. Very good map for him. May is also a beast and a half because she's basically budget Johanna with her wave clear. Oh.
Mephisto.
Oh, yes.
I do really like Mephisto on this map. I think he works well.
And Tazi Tigris has proven many times over her amazing Mephisto skills. So I'm glad to see that locked in. Cassia being locked in here by Saturna. Very nice pick here. Falstad pairing up with Cassia is a bit odd. I don't think I've ever actually seen it, but I'm excited to see how the red team pulls it off.
Yeah, it's also interesting because she loses her armor when she turns. So sometimes people are reluctant, but I have played her on this map, and it can work well if your team kind of back you up.
Yeah, Murden being the last lock in here. Nobody tosses a dwarf, except for the dwarf himself, of course. We're going to see fantastic Murden and Stormbolt actions, I am sure. Last pick coming in here for the blue team, which is the off lane. Do we see the Sonya? Do we see the Deathwing?
Deathwing.
Don't mess with it unless it's broken. The Deathwing did many, many things in the last game, so I completely understand it. That prior pick. I am really happy to see the Artanis, though. I think Artanis is going to be able to stack the level 1 quest, if Artanis does go for it, on the Deathwing quite easily. So Bubblegum needs to be careful and not feed too much. But other than that, feed stacks, not deaths. That didn't mean to insult anyone here. Let me correct myself. All right, game number 2. Make sure to place your bets, ladies and gents. Which team you think is going to win? Bet blue or bet A? trans, for the blue team, and bet B or bet red for the red team, Team Gna. I'm sure someone will correct in the chat one of the beautiful mods. As we're going to go into game number 2, Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Exciting. Got a few people playing the heroes they really like, so it should be good.
Would you like the honors of introducing Team Hell this time, Misty?
Sure. So this time we have Team Hell is the blue team, isn't it? I've just had a moment. Sorry. So
Sticky notes.
so Ares playing Anub'arak. We have Tazzy Tigress on Mephisto, Zakuda on Rhaegar, Paige Biscuit on Sylvanas, and Bubblegum on Deathwing once again.
And nice. And in the red corner, Team Gna, we have Grad playing Murden, Akria on the Anduin, Sirica playing the Fausta, Saturna on the Cassia, and Pyra on the Artanis. Finally, not banned out. Any level 1 quests sticking out for you?
I'm interested to see what build Cassia goes. Because she's... she's gone Q build.
Chat was hoping for an auto attack build, but we will see Q build. Now, that being said, Artanis is the one who's going for the auto attack build. Questy, stacky. We're going to see lovely action here. Falstad going for Q build, which is pretty understandable pairing up with Cassio. As you see, really nice roots, really nice CC chain. Mephisto tanking a lot of damage there. The blue team being very aggressive on these rotations. Dwarf toss coming in here on dwarf block, coming in here on level 1 for Grad, which means every time she jumps in, she gets a nice amount of armor from auto attacks. Paige Biscuit is on the bot side to help Bubblegum out a little bit and rotates onto the camp, but in vision of the red team, so the red team with Falsta Global can respond to that. Grad jumping in here onto the Mephisto. Really nice prediction. Really nice blink away by Tazzy Tigress, and Eri protecting her ally. Very well done.
Silver started their bruiser camp with Zakuda.
Yeah, Bubblegum doing the best she can, double soaking, really nice. So many stacking quests on side of the red team. You know, Falsta with the Q, Cassie with her Q, and auto attacks on the Artanis. Love to see it. We see Pyra checking that bot camp to ensure that Sylvanas isn't taking it, but Sylvanas actually grabbed their bruiser camp, which is going to be running it down mid in the meantime. Nice siege here. 5-man siege committed here. Bubblegum is going to rotate to the bot side to grab the XP. Dwarf tosses on the other right. And Sylvanas' trait being used to push mid, which is very devastating. Even at level 4, the amount of siege she can do.
For sure.
Oh, nice bites. Nice burrows. But yeah, we're seeing slightly... the issues that the red team are going to deal with, that their wave clear isn't as good as the blue team, and it's going to take a while to clear and grab objectives. We do see a nice rotation by Sylvanas onto the bot side, and she focuses on clearing the camp and clearing the wave and rotating down onto the camp. The red team do have Falsta to fly at any moment though, so they can respond to it if wanted to.
Yeah, as you've said, we keep seeing that the red team are continually a little bit behind on wave clear.
But they are grabbing the XP, so they're not losing the XP in that sense, at least. Just that they don't have the prioritization as much as they would like. Anub'arak did go for Beetles, but did go for Undurking, the Burrow build. And so I'm excited to see some hybrid mix here from Eri. Sylvanas does grab the bot camp, and she's actually going to start sieging on the bot side, which is very difficult to deal with. And the red team needs to send someone there quick while they're still taking the bruiser camp on the right. Oh. Grad landing a nice stumble there. CC chain onto Grad, double stun, and a root from Akria to protect her tank. Really nice, and gets a stack on a piercing light.
So looking at stacks, Artanis has got 23, Cassia's got 14 so far, and Falstad's got 15. So we're getting there.
Yes, we are getting closer and closer, but the blue team is the team that gets the first turn in. So we're going to see what kind of action they'll pull off. Are they going to prioritize one fort? Are they trying to open up the map a little bit and get a little bit of everything? We shall see. Tanis is clear. Bossa Anubrak burrowing in onto the Murden. Really nice stun by Grad onto Eri, stopping her from moving. Skullcracker getting so much value, but the deactivation from the fort from Sylvanas is too troublesome for the red team to deal with as the fort in the middle falls.
They don't go any further though, they just leave the spider to it and back off. And are they going to go after Cassia?
They could tower dive if they wanted. They do have beetles, they do have Sylvanas, but playing safe for now. Ares just anchoring the red team to stop them from rotating too safely. Very good tanking and game knowledge there by Ares, anchoring in a very good spot. Stop Grad from being too bold and trying to get a flank on the other side. In the meantime, the blue team are 30 gems only up, which means they don't have a turn-in just yet. The red team do, however, so if they do manage to get a turn in, they can snowball in their favor. See what they decide. Oh. Really nice engage, really nice roost. Sartuna trying to turn it around here. Getting a lot of damage done out here onto Eri. Fosta does fly into the top side to dish out a bit of damage, but the blue team do retreat safely. Oh, nice jump, nice stun. Oh, but counter engage from Eri onto the chicken there. But it is Eri who's paying the price with her HP bar. Page Biscuit doing a lot of damage.
Grad got quite low there.
That's the Sylvanas level 1 coming through. Overwhelming Affliction. So she does get her passive stacks. Target is slowed and she does bonus percentage damage because of that. So they do need to be careful with that Sylvanas damage. Any talent sticking out for you so far?
What have we gone for? So Rhaegar's gone for the Ancestral.
Light Bomb on the Anduin here. Fantastic Mephisto ultimate, but Anduin does fall. Brad jumps away to safety. Nice Ancestral by Rhaegar to ensure that Anubrak doesn't fall. Level 10s just came in very quickly there, and both teams heavily engaged on top of each other once that happened. Falstad's. Okay, so there is a surprising ultimate chosen here. I expected Gust against the Anduin Light Bomb combo, the Anubrak combo, which is very terrifying, but we actually have Hinterlands Blast, and I hope it gets a lot of value and we can have a lot of fun with that ultimate. We see Artanis, looking for a swap there, and a route to follow up, but Ari does get away with her juice, Beetlejuice, safely? Beetlejuice? Yeah, that's the word, right? Beetlejuice.
Cassia's also gone for Valkyrie, and Artanis has gone for Suppression, so I wonder if they're aiming for a chain.
Yeah, we shall see. But honestly, there we go, the Valkyrie. But Deathwing doesn't get Valkyried. You know, that's just rude, Deathwing. Could at least try to get Valkyried for us. For a little bit of fun. Oh. Nice cleanse by the Rhaegar so he can dodge the Hinterlands Blast. Murden is in the cocoon in the meantime, but not too much is going to happen to him. Tassie Tigress does a lot of damage and a lot of wave clear on the Mephisto. So the red team needs to be careful as they burned a lot of ultimates here. Okay, they're going to clear in mid now. What do you think the red team are going to try and do here, Misty?
I think they'll try to get us. I thought they would try to push mid a bit, but no, they've gone up top.
Double turn-in is an option here, because the red team have a turn-in, and that's something that you tend to do sometimes. You give up the first turn-in so that you can get a double turn-in instead afterwards, which is a little bit more valuable from a momentum perspective. But we shall see as we see the blue team actually getting a couple of gems in.
They've been quite good at keeping an eye on the turn-ins.
Ooh, the Q just not long enough. Pepe hands Cassius Q just couldn't reach and interrupt the channel. But that's okay, because the red team actually grabbed the bruiser camp, which will push against the objective. It'll be very good and easy for them to defend that way. And Nubrak and Cassia kind of watching each other from the bushes.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
great
gone.
Valkyrie silence coming out as well. Cocoon onto the Anduin. Murden does jump back. So many ultimates blowing left and right, but nobody dies.
Yeah. Blue team got really low, but Rhaegar did his job.
Rhaegar did his job indeed. Really nice Cocoon onto the Anduin to stop him from healing or helping any of his friends. Falstead, knowing his booty is in risk. The chicken didn't want to become KFC today, so barreled away to safety.
Blue team have done a really nice rotate just to clear up all the ports there.
Indeed, Bogum rotating here. Really nice anchoring. Love the anchoring positions that is constantly being switched between the solo laner and the tank. Really good. Great game knowledge. Nice stun. Nice CC. Nice lightning breath.
Ooh.
Molten lava. Sorry.
Just about gets out.
Nice pull there by the Anduin, and Aerie did get Valkyried, but they were unable to kill the Beetle, unfortunately. Really nice CC chain, really nice damage from Tazzy Tigress there. Anduin light bomb onto the Murd, onto the jump. Sylvanas and Mephisto get hit. Hinterlands Blance hits Page Biscuit. Cassia does get Cocoon to stop the fear. Fear from Bubblegum coming through onto Pyra. She's doing so much work on the Artanis. It'll never die because the shields are just impressive. Whew.
Very difficult to kill, blue team.
Yeah, the blue team have great disengage skills, and the red team are just, I guess, the same way. Very hard to kill as well. What are the stats again? There's only one kill, right, in this game? Yeah, only one kill. Like, no one is dying in these team fights as we see Deathwing coming in from the clouds on top. Nice Mephisto ultimate. Hinterlands Blance getting so much value here in that team fight. And Nubrak burrow onto the back line. Grad is still popping extremely low. The percentage damage from Sylvanas is just too devastating.
That's one down on the red side, and they're just a little bit behind on XP. So blue team are probably going to get 16 soon.
Yeah, level 16 coming in really soon. Anything that you're expecting to see or excited to see? Or, you know, anything you'd like to commentate on talent-wise?
Not really. I mean, is there anything you're expecting particularly or worried about?
Well, level 16s are in, which is what I'm worried about. Really nice Cocoon here onto the Falstad. The rest of the blue team trying to run. Rhaegar had to self and stressful because Pyra on the Artanis is a menace and a half. Doing so much work here in the background. The red team trying to disengage, but Artanis is so low. Fantastic bar, fantastic wolf from Anduin to save the Artanis. Bubblegum does zoom in on her dragon. And,
We lost
they do get the kill on
Cassia.
Cassia. Yeah.
There's a camp pushing in bot.
Camp is going to be pushing in bot, but the red team do rotate to clear it, which means that the blue team are in a great position to get turn-in and boss. That is probably the worst case scenario on Tomb of the Spider Queen, getting a very well-timed turn-in and a very well-timed boss. Boss is being taken slowly but surely. With the Web Weaver, they will be able to get a lot of value on top side. This keep is going to fall, and the red team is committing a 5-man defense to this because this could be a dodgy core call if members of the red team fall.
They've just got 16.
Oh. Cocoon being used here on Anduin. Anduin light bomb used. Oh,
double kill.
Yeah, Tazzy Tigress's Mephisto and her ultimates have been absolutely on point. Hinterlands Blance being used there, but very unfortunately, could not kill the Sylvanas to get a counter kill. Anduin and Muradin down for the red team. This is going to be a dire defense for the red team as we see a burrow from Eri. Really nice barrel by Sirica to safety.
And blue team are at the core.
Yeah, at the core at 14 minutes with a boss and a web weaver face. A web weaver face coming in from middle as well. This is going to be a devastating defense for the red team. I don't think it's possible.
No. Well,
GG to Team Hell.
That's 2-0 to them. Two fantastic games.
Indeed, a very fantastic series, and Team Hell do take a confident victory with not a single death this game. Very impressive. I'm proud of you, Eri, for not dying. But yeah, they did really well. Sylvanas topping the stats 38, but like the enemy team, not far away, 32k on the Cassia, very close in terms of damage. Just a single target focus. Couldn't get the Artanis stacks to late game to smurf it. You do need a little bit more stacks on the Artanis, but I'm glad to see Pyra played the Artanis that was respect banned consistently over the series. She did so well on him, so I'm glad to have seen at least some Artanis action on this Heroes Lounge channel. I believe we will be taking over to possibly the other series if it goes into a 1-1. Oh, 2-0 as well. Okay, so the other series finished at a 2-0 victory, which means that we won't be going over to any semifinals. The next time you shall see us, we will actually be casting the finals. Snortra? There it goes. Snorting. Something like that. Snortra versus Hell are going to be the two teams that we will be casting in the final series. I'm really excited to see how those two teams battle it out, as I have friends and favorites on both sides, so it'll be a really exciting cast. Misty, thank you so much for joining me today. It was honestly a pleasure and an honor.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Your first time casting. I'm sure everyone in the chat will give a round of applause, a bullabus, to you for your grand debut on the Heroes Lounge channel on such a wonderful Sunday afternoon.
Thank you so much. Hopefully see you all soon.
Yeah. All right. Will we go to a small break? And we will be back with you later with the finals. See you guys. Right. So I'm going to be interviewing